4-1 Giants fans. Your football team is 4-1. It is Victory Monday. I love Victory Mondays. We've already had 4 this year, the same number that we had last year. So if you're enjoying Victory Monday, if you're enjoying being 4-1, I want you to hit that thumbs up icon right now. Shout out to the real ones. You are watching New York Giants Now by Chat Sports. I'm your host, Marshall Green, and I'll tell you guys what. Doing these shows on Monday, following a victory on Sunday, it is a lot more fun. We have a lot of stuff to break down on today's show. We're going to talk about Daniel Jones, Brian Daboll, Saquon Barkley being in the MVP race. We'll also talk about some players that played really, really well that I want to give some love to. We'll also take a look at some snap counts and a lot of stuff coming out of the victory against the Green Bay Packers in Week 5. But let's first start with some overreactions. I went through Twitter, I went through all the blog boy stuff, and looked at everything that everyone is talking about. And I'm going to give you my take on what everyone is saying. And everyone is saying, do the Giants have the best coaching staff in the NFL? I would say that's accurate. They're not maybe the best staff, but they got to be top 5, top 6, top 7 with Brian Daboll, Mike Kafka, and Wink Martindale. This team's ability to never quit is just a direct reflection of the staff that's in place. The Giants are outscoring teams 70-39 in the second half. And they're outscoring teams 34-15 in the fourth quarter. That is just incredible. This team, obviously, that means we're getting off to slow starts. But when it's time to play your best football, to be the best coach that you are, to do everything you can to get a win for this football team, this team is doing it. This staff's ability to adjust and the never quit mentality that these players have is truly special. When you have coaches that put you in position to succeed day in, day out, week in, week out. And you have players that are just a bunch of tough SOBs that never quit, like Daniel Jones, like Saquon Barkley, like all of the players on this roster. When you mix those two things together, you can really start to brew something special. And that's what we're seeing right now from the New York Giants. This start to the season is one of the most special I've ever seen. 2 comeback wins in the second half of double-digit points. I mean, look, guys, the only team we've lost to is the Dallas Cowboys, who just beat the LA Rams, and they beat the Cincinnati Bengals 2-3 weeks ago. So they beat both teams that went to the Super Bowl. The Giants, they beat the Packers, the team that had the #1 record in the NFC in 2021. The Giants, they beat the Titans, who had the best record in the AFC in 2021. So anyone that tells you this is the worst 4-1 team in NFL history, tell them that I told you to tell them this. Go F off. That's what we're telling those people. But keep that same energy. If you were on that side, stay on that side. This team is for real, no doubt about it. But I want to ask you guys this question, because this coaching staff and the job that Brian Daboll has done is so impressive. So I want to ask you, is Dabes the coach of the year? Type Y for yes, type N for no. I want to hear from you in the comments section. And with the Giants facing off against the Baltimore Ravens in Week 6 of the NFL season, we're in a sub-battle with Tyler Jones in the Baltimore Ravens Rundown, another channel here at Chat Sports. And we're trying to pick up more subs than they do this week. We're starting at 0, but I want to change that. I want to get out to a big lead. Let's get 100 subs on this video. Sub for Giants Dubs. You want to beat the Ravens? You want to embarrass Lamar Jackson? Hit that sub button. This might rub some people the wrong way, and I'm okay. I'm okay saying that, and I'll tell you why in a second. But is Daniel Jones our franchise quarterback? Everyone is asking the question right now, and I have to tell you, no, he's not. That's an overreaction, and I'm not saying he can't be the franchise quarterback. I'm just saying it's too soon. We've gone through 5 games this season. Can we see him play well for 17 games before we sign him to a $30 million contract and he becomes our franchise quarterback? I want to say this, and I want to make this abundantly clear. I love Daniel Jones. I love the way that he's played football this year. He has won me over. Has he been the most impressive in the statistics? No, I don't really give a shit about the statistics. The eye test tells me this, that Daniel Jones is prepared every single week. He's going to battle, whether he's got practice squad wide receivers on the outside or he doesn't have any playmakers on offense. He is going to do everything he can to win the football game, and I'm starting to get to the point that I trust Daniel Jones to win football games for this organization, kind of like I had that feeling with Eli Manning. I am proud of Daniel Jones, and I want to say this. He is one tough SOB. He battled all week through a high ankle sprain. People thought he wasn't going to play. People thought he wasn't going to be effective. And not only was he effective throwing the football, he was able to use his legs and tough it out. And even then, when his hand got stepped on, and he was bloody, and John Feliciano's butt was bloody because the hand was going on the butt to take the snaps. You know what I'm talking about. He didn't quit. He didn't fold. He did literally everything he could to win this football game. He put his body on the line for the best interest of the New York Football Giants. And for that, Daniel Jones, salute. Salute to you, number 8. You earned my respect, and you won me over yesterday with how you played football. The stats haven't been all that impressive. But like we said, who gives a shit? The only stat I care about is W's, and he's got 4 of those so far this year through 5 weeks. He's thrown for 848 yards. A thing in the stats that I am really excited about is his completion percentage. He's found a way to be decisive, quick, and efficient with the football, completing almost 67% of his passes. 3 passing touchdowns to 2 interceptions. The second interception, go back, it was in week 3 against the Dallas Cowboys. They were trying to tie the game up on a potential game-tying drive in the fourth quarter. David Sills falls down, not his fault. But he's also been able to use his legs as a weapon, like we all know Daniel Jones could, rushing for 2 touchdowns this year and 230 yards. I want to ask you guys this question, and I'm not saying he's not our franchise quarterback. I'm just saying today, October 10th, week 5, it's too soon to say. But I'll ask you, should the Giants extend Daniel Jones in his contract right now? Type go DJ for yes or no DJ for no. I want to hear from you in the comment section. I got asked this when I walked into the office. Is Saquon Barkley in the MVP discussion through 5 weeks in the NFL's calendar? Absolutely. He has to be. Not only is he the best running back in the NFL right now, he is the engine to this offense. How he goes is how this offense goes. Did he have maybe not his best day yesterday? Yeah, but he still had over 100 total yards. And when his number was called to deliver a play and make a game-changing type of play, number 26 stood up, stand up, and showed out. He battled back. He left the game due to a shoulder injury. A lot of people were already in the comment section and on Twitter saying, here we go, Saquon Barkley hurt again. And then he comes back and rips off his 2 biggest plays of the day so far. His stats this year are incredible. 97 carries, 533 yards, 5.5 yards per pop, 3 touchdowns on the ground to go with 18 receptions and 143 yards in the receiving department. And the reason I say that he's a part of the MVP discussion is because look at the stats that he's put up and he's on pace for the 2022 season. 330 carries. Skip Bayless told me he couldn't be a guy that's a workhorse in a backfield. Skip Bayless continues to prove that he is an idiot. He's on pace for 1,800 rushing yards to go along with 10 touchdowns and 61 grabs for 486 yards. He's going to get close to that 2,500 all-purpose yards this year. Saquon Barkley has been dominant, and I want to make this clear. Saquon Barkley is not back. This isn't a guy that people keep saying Saquon Barkley is back. And I want to make this abundantly clear to everybody watching. Saquon Barkley's not back. This is the best version of Saquon Barkley that we've ever seen. His ability to turn -3 into +3, to take the dirty yards, to run someone over, to not shy away from contact, and being a leader, and the never say die mentality. Saquon Barkley has been everything we could ask of him so far through 5 weeks. Let's change the pace, though, a little bit, because it is time for playoff baseball. And I know a lot of you are probably Mets fans, and I'm sorry your season's over. But the Yankees postseason is just getting started, and so is our Yankees Now channel by Chat Sports. We started it today. We're going live on the channel for a watch party tomorrow. We're putting a video up today about a series preview. And all the Yankees fans out there watching, go subscribe. Chatsports.com/Yankees. That's chatsports.com/Yankees. That'll bring you to the YouTube homepage. Click that big red button. We've already got 10 subscribers. We haven't even put out a video. That's a credit to you guys. Let's get to 100 subs, though, by the end of the day. If you love the Yankees, go subscribe. Chatsports.com/Yankees. I just want to go quickly and talk about some players individually that have played really well so far through the season, and especially yesterday against the Green Bay Packers in London. Dexter Lawrence has been so freaking good this year, guys. We are lucky for him to be a New York Giant, and I am so glad that Joe Shane decided to pick up his fifth-year option. He was dominant yet again against the Green Bay Packers and maybe had the best play of the game. On about 3rd and 12 or 3rd and 8, the Packers were in field goal range. But Aaron Rodgers was sacked by Dexter Lawrence and knocked them out of field goal range, and the Packers had to punt. That was a huge momentum shift in the game, and he's been doing it all season long, to be honest. 17 pressures, 3 sacks, 21 tackles, and 5 QB hits. And his snap count percentage is up incredibly. He used to be a guy that played about 55 to 60% of the snaps. Right now, he's about at 80% of the snaps, and he is on pace to have one of the best seasons ever by an interior defensive lineman. On pace for 58 total pressures, 10 sacks, 17 QB hits, 31 QB hurries, and 41 tackles. A man that's 350 pounds shouldn't be able to play that much and shouldn't be that effective. But sexy Dexy, that guy is him. I got to talk about Kayvon Thibodeaux. He showed up when it mattered yesterday. Didn't have a sack, but he had some game-changing plays. He had 4 QB hurries, 2 batted passes, 1 on 3rd down prior to the 4th down that was batted down by Xavier McKinney. Shout out to Xavier McKinney. Didn't play good in the first half, had that DPI, but he stepped up on that last play. But Kayvon Thibodeaux, you can see it. He's starting to turn those wheels and figure out this NFL game. 4 QB hurries, 2 batted passes, and 2 tackles yesterday. I like Thibodeaux to sack Lamar Jackson next week. Also, the Giants might have the best non-quarterback in the NFL on their roster, and his name is Andrew Thomas. Another game where he allowed 0 pressures. This guy is truly incredible. No pressures, no QB hits, no sacks. It's week in, week out. Andrew Thomas continues to show that he is arguably the best tackle in football. Shout out to 78. I want actually everyone right now to type 78 in the comment section. Let's show Andrew Thomas some love, because that guy, he's a freaking stud. Another guy that stepped up that you probably weren't even thinking about, Darius Slayton, with injuries to Kenny Golladay, Sterling Shepard, Kadarius Toney, and Wan'Dale Robinson. With the Giants having their top 4 wide receivers out, someone had to step up, and it was Darius freaking Slayton. 6 catches, 79 yards, and 0 drops. He made big play after big play. Go back to that slant route at the red zone. Catches it on 3rd and 10. He catches it at about 8 yards, 2 yards still to go, but breaks 2 tackles and finds a way to pick up that first down. Mad respect for 86. He needs to be on the football field. He's just too fast to not put out there. Just keep catching the ball, 86. You'll find a way to keep getting playing time. I also want to talk about Fabian Moreau, because Adoree Jackson, he left the game early in the second half due to a knee injury, and Moreau stepped up and produced. He played in 52 total snaps yesterday and allowed 0 yards on 2 targets. The Giants held, and this will go right in, and we'll just go right into this. Fabian Moreau was awesome, but Wink Martindale is special, guys. No Adoree Jackson, no Aaron Robinson, no Leonard Williams, arguably 3 of your top defensive players, and you pitched a shutout in the second half. Wink Martindale is special. He bodied Aaron Rodgers yesterday. Very proud of this team. Very proud of this coaching staff. It just feels damn good, guys, to be 4-1. Frickin' awesome. You made it this far in the video, a little bit longer video today, but I had a lot of shit I had to say. And you guys deserve a long video after being 4-1 and showing up like you did yesterday at the watch party. The best watch party we've ever had on the channel. Shout out to you guys. And if you made it this far in the video, I want to show you some love in the comment section. Just go down and comment real one so I can know you made it this far in the show.